Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Happy New Year. This is probably the first video that I will be filming in 2024. Not the first that I'll post, I don't think. However, today I wanted to get into a little bit of dream magic. I've been wanting to post this video for you guys for so long, and I've allowed life to kind of get in the way. And today I had a bit of a snow day, so I thought I'd deep dive into this topic for you. If you are new here, my name is rhiannonharvest, and welcome to my little corner of YouTube. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you've not yet done so, as well as the notification bell, because I post several times a week, and I also run a podcast that is currently on pause, but I'm gearing up to start recording for my first season back. So I'd love to hear any topics you'd like to hear about down in the comments below. Let me know any authors you'd like me to approach to interview, all those kind of things. Let me know any YouTubers that you love to watch, and maybe I can get them on my channel. I'd love to expand a little bit more into my podcast this year. So my podcast is available on all platforms that you can listen to podcasts on, as well as here on YouTube, where I post the visuals of the podcast. But going into today, I wanted to dive into the magical world of mind magic and dream magic. And I'm hoping to make this a little bit of a series with dream magic and mind magic. So I'm starting off with the very basics of how do you even get into the workings of using dream magic? What are the tools that you would need at hand? What are the very basics of it? What do I need to know to get into it? So today's topic at hand is exploring the mystical world of dream magic and mind magic, and this is just a little entry video into the small series that I'm starting on the channel, going into all things dream magic and mind centric. And I'm hoping to deep dive even further, but this is just a little touchstone on the first steps on where to start when you start diving into dream magic. So first off, what is dream magic and what are dreams? So from my definition, dreams are images, ideas, symbols, feelings, situations that are usually involuntary in nature and occur in rapid formation in your dream cycles. So these dreams allow us to help to process our reality throughout our lives while we're at rest. So why would you want to utilize dream magic? What is it good for? Well, first off, dream magic has been around for forever, really. There's every culture around the world has some type of teaching regarding some type of prophecy, foretelling through dreams, through visions, through oracles, and they have their folklore behind it. And that's a whole other video right there, but it's fascinating and endless to me. And these cultures deem this so valuable. They treated these people, these oracles, these prophets with high regard, as they were their healers and the people that they would go to when they needed to know what to do in the world to become successful and to prosper. So in the mindset of an occultist, thinking about these things, if we have a really good sleep hygiene cycle, and that can translate to years asleep in our lifetime very, very easily. And why not utilize that time to really grow our spiritual practices and be able to up level more? I know for myself, as a double Gemini, all air signs, I'm very much a very heady type person. I love learning new things and diving into the why of things. And for me, it just really helps to keep me stimulated and keep me on a path of constant creation and creativity flowing through me. Because for me, I'm a bit of a river. You know, if the river slows down, it kind of turns into a bit of a puddle that's stagnant. So if I keep the river flowing, I'm constantly going to have new creative energy flowing through me, and for me it's helped me kind of up level in my workings. And why not use that time to better yourselves at least once in a while? I think it's super helpful. Why not dedicate more time that you have in the world towards your spiritual goals. This is time where you can receive messages from spirit, from the universe. You can receive downloads and energetic upgrades. You can work through your shadow. You can path work, and the options go on. The first step for me is being able to have dream recall. So dream recall, not a lot of people are super skilled at this, and that's totally fine. We haven't been taught to be needing this skill. For me, for a long time, when I was turning off my abilities, I found that I was struggling really very much with dream recalls. So I got a dream journal and I started recording everything that I could possibly remember the minute I woke up. And that's exactly what I suggest to do, is either use your notes app or something, a dream journal, a voice recorder, to record everything, whatever's easiest for you, and then look back at it later. Myself, I highly don't suggest using a notes app or anything digital. In my experience, I've had very important records completely wiped out because my phone like reset and didn't upgrade or something, and it didn't replace the information, and I lost that data. So for me, writing it down is the most important thing. And at most, for me, I would voice note my like dreams and my rememberings of it, and I would email it to myself, and then be able to record it later. So I at least have a copy in a couple different spots. I usually put it on my external hard drive that I use for my videos. I know it's a little overkill, but I am a little paranoid about losing my data, especially because those messages to me were very personal. The first thing you want to do is, like, get the vibes of the dream. Is it like mostly warm colors? What's the theme of the color theory of the dream? Is everything in black and white? Is everything overly saturated? Is everything normal? Does it feel cool in the air? Do you feel the elements? Are you feeling any type of emotion? Are you seeing any type of patterns or numbers or symbols or animals that are special to you? Are there archetypes that are showing up that are portraying things to you and trying to reflect things onto you? Write down everything you possibly can remember, even if it's just a word, and you don't know where that word's coming from. Just write it down if it's coming to you, and then later on you'll be able to contemplate on it and start piecing those things together. And even if you don't get everything fully pieced together, the majority of it will come through, and there'll be a message there waiting for you to interpret. Second step is having good sleep hygiene, good sleep cycles, sleeping while resting. Honestly, dream magic is connected to our sleep cycles, and if you don't have enough sleep, you're not possibly going through all the sleep cycles that you possibly could, and in turn you may, one, not be feeling well, not healing right physically, not being able to interpret messages while you are living your daily life, but also when you are dreaming, you may not receive all of the messages that you need to receive that evening. In my opinion, the spiritual is related to the physical, so you have to have a connection between those two things to be able to grow in either way. So what if you have both of those things? You recall well with your dreams, and you have excellent sleep hygiene. You're just not able to induce a dream state. There's so many different ways to be going about this. Myself, I like to utilize yoga. I suggest that you talk to your physician before you start any type of maintenance of any type of intake of herbal concoctions, any type of tinctures, anything to protect your skin. Definitely consult your physicians and the professionals before you start doing these things. This way you can ensure that you will not have any type of adverse reactions to allergies or any type of medications you're taking, any of that kind of thing. So make sure you do your own research within that sphere of yourself and make a good choice within that information that you gather for yourself. And the herbs that I'm going to be mentioning are definitely not hallucinogenic. They're just going to help you get into that space to induce dreaming. So the first one I have is mugwort. Mugwort is a lunar plant. I actually use it a lot when I'm working with Artemis, and this has been heavily used in European paganism and folklore practices. So this is like an excellent plant, especially for myself, because I have a bit of a European background, and a lot of my folk practices come from the European side. Number two is blue lotus. Blue lotus was used within Egyptian paganism, and the other one I use is also bay leaf. So sometimes I add a little bay leaf to my tea. I don't mind the earthy taste. Or you can burn bay leaves right before bed. I had a video or a couple of videos way back where I talked about the uses of bay leaves. I use them in my money magic and wish magic and stuff. And there's so much more that you can do with them. But without going on a tangent on that plant, they are really great for inducing any type of dreams or for giving yourself prophetic dreams in particular. And I really enjoy them in that way. They're simple to use. You just burn a little bit of incense, or you can write an intention on them or a sigil and burn it before bed. And I find that I get a lot more clear dreams the night that I do that. So what are some of the things that you can do with dream magic? Dream magic, you can do so many things. One of those things is pathworking. So what's pathworking, you ask? Pathworking is based on working the paths of the dream life and walking those paths and working them with that connected state. There are many things that you can pathwork in this. You can pathwork tarot. I've pathworked the Sailor Moon characters. Don't at me on that. You can pathwork pantheons, past lives, and archetypes, colors, anything really under the sun. So basically pathworking is allowing yourself to get into a relaxed state of mind, a relaxed embodiment, and then you allow yourself to go on a journey of visualization and allow it to teach you things. The experiences that you can gain from this is so beautiful, especially if you're a heavy visualizer and very image oriented, very fanciful in your mindset. Like for me, like when I read books, I can read the page for a couple pages and suddenly my head shifts and I'm not reading words anymore. I'm seeing like a video play out in my head. I'm in that world. And for me, that's the same thing. It kind of takes me into that world. I'm not thinking about where I'm going. The path is taking me along the journey. It's amazing. So as you go to bed, you can set the intention to do pathworking and receive some message through anything that you've chosen to focus on. I know people have chosen to work the tarot or work a rune. I started feeling the urge to work the Ogham, and that's something that I think will be really valuable, and I hope I can share a little bit of my experiences by the end of the year once I finish working through them all. So when you wake up, you want to immediately write everything down. Everything you've seen, everything you've heard, all the colors, the animals, everything. Write it all down and decipher it, just like with your dreams, with dream recall. Lastly, for this video, I want to talk about dream divination. There's two types that you can work with that I have come across. One is non-spirit based, and the other one is. The non-spirit based is basically asking the universe for a spiritual download. And this is something that I love doing. Give me a spiritual download, give me the physical upgrades, give me some type of downloaded message, some channeled message, and you take your lessons from that. The next one is a dream invocation. So invocation is invoking the god or goddess or energy or earthly spirit, the tarot card, the Sailor Moon archetype, whatever it is you're working and invite that spirit into yourself. And then you go into your dream state while pathworking, just like you would have before with anything else. And then you would go through the night being taken through your journey. In the morning, you would immediately record it all and then set forth with a banishing. And banishing is not bad. It's actually very important to end your spell work, to end your connection with another spirit. You don't want something lingering or something trapped in you that doesn't want to be there, and you don't want to remain. You don't want to forget about it years down the line and be like, oh, I have this fire spirit stuck in me for like 5 years or something. So those are the topics I wanted to talk to you guys about, my loves. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to talk more about dream magic, mind magic, mind palace workings, astral projection, lucid dreaming, all of those things. These are topics that I heavily love and I work very deeply with. And I'm just excited to start being consistent here on YouTube. Again, if you've not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, as well as go check me out on Instagram at rhiannonharvest. And if you'd like some extra goodies to go along with the weekly videos you have here and the posts that I post on my socials, definitely make sure to check out my Patreon. The link will be down below for extra goodies and bonus behind the scenes things and some exclusives that only my Patreons receive. I love you all so much, babes. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.